So in today's session, we are going to discuss about the basic theorem of network theorems. So we are having different types of theorems like superposition theorem, Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem, Telegon's theorem, maximum power transfer theorem. So we are having 7 to 8 theorems that may convert the entire network analysis will simplicity. Okay, for simplification of a particular networks, we are going for the network theorems. So before going to the superposition theorem, just I'll recall the two topics, which is star to delta transformation, and delta to star transformation. So up to now, we just calculated the equivalent resistance values and voltages, currents in a particular loop or a node. We calculated. If the complexity increases in the circuit, if the circuit is having a star model or delta model of a resistances, how we are going to simplify in a simple manner, how we are going to convert that delta network into star network and star network into delta network. Directly we are going to take the formula. So here let us take node A and this is node B having a resistance of R1 and here B with the connecting of C node having a resistance of, let us take, that is R2, and here these two are A and C are connected with a value of R3. So this is a delta connection. We need to convert it into a star formation. You already learned in the BW subject, I think. So here we are going to convert this into star model. So while here star value I am going to take it as RA, RB and RC. Let us take this RA which is a equivalent resistance of R1 as well as R2. RB is in connection between R1 as well as R3. RC is in between R2 as well as R3. So here RA, we can define the RA formula is equals to, here RA is, we are going to get the equivalent of R1 and R2. So the numerator will become R1 into R2 by total resistances whatever in the delta transmission, that is R1, R2 and R3. So summation of those three, that is R1 plus R2 plus R3. This is a delta to star formation by delta converting the delta to star, that is an equivalent value of RA. So likewise, what is a RB? RB is connection between RB, which is a connection between R1 and R3. So here numerator will change, that is R1 into R3 by denominator will be same, R1 plus R2 plus R3 and RC. So what about RC? RC is connection between that R2 as well as R3. So that numerator value will change, R2 into R3 by R1 plus R2 plus R3. So these are the values for delta to star conversion. In the same way, here star to delta. Star to delta, here I am first drawing with a red line, that is a star connection which is having a 3 nodes, like this is A, this is B, let us take, and this is A and this is C. So this value we indicated, that is RA and this is RB and this is RC. So here I need to convert this star formation into delta formation. So nothing but we are going to get the equivalent value of, by connecting these two nodes and another resistor by these two nodes B and C, and third resistor by A and C nodes. So this is a delta connection. Let us take, this is R1 and this is R2 and this is R3. So how we are getting R1 here? R1, which is a combination of RA and RB. So combination of RA and RB here, while writing star to delta formation, so the numerator value will become same. Okay, so numerator value will become same, that is the product of these three resistances with the summation of those product of those three resistances. So I am writing R1 here. R1 is equals to the equivalent production, that's subsequent product of two two resistances. First one, product of two resistances, that is Ra into Rb, Ra Rb plus Rb Rc, Rb Rc plus Rc Ra by, here Rb Ra are included to calculate the R1. So what is not included resistance here? That is Rc. So that value we are indicating here in the denominator, that is Rc. Okay. So here, while calculating the star to delta transformation, all numerator values are same. In the delta to star combination, that is denominator values are same. So here, next we will write what is that R2 value. So what is R2 value? Numerator value is same, that is Ra Rb plus Rb Rc plus Rc Ra by, which is not included in calculation of R2. In calculation of R2, Ra, Rc are included. Rb is excluded here. So that Rb value here we are going to indicate in the denominator. Next, R3 value. So R3 numerator is same, that is Ra Rb plus Rb Rc plus Rc Ra by, so here while calculating R3, Rb Rc are included, Ra is excluded, no? So that Ra value we are going to return. Okay, so this is about star to delta formation, and here delta to star conversion. Okay, so this will be useful in network theorems as well as to calculate, in order to calculate the equivalent resistance values. We are going to use these two network principles, equivalent resistance values. So now we are going to, I am going to explain the basic principle of basic theorem, that is superposition theorem, which is very important and very simple to calculate, that is superposition theorem. So the main condition for the superposition theorem, this is only applicable for the linear systems. So linear systems, only this is applicable for linear systems. So what is mean by linear system? Where that is satisfied the superposition principle and homogeneity. If the network or if a system that satisfy the superposition as well as homogeneity, then that systems are called as a linear systems. If and only if that linear systems are there, then we are going to apply the superposition principle. But what is meant by superposition principle or superposition statement? Superposition theorem, I am stating the statement of the superposition theorem that will state that a linear network containing two or more sources, the response in any element is equal to the algebraic sum of the voltages or some responses caused by the individual sources acting alone, while other sources are non-operating or not responding. So other sources are non-operating. That should be equals to the all sources included. Whatever the value we are going to get, when all sources are included, that value should be equals to the individual sources are acting alone, other sources are not responding. So not responding means here whenever a network is consist of a voltage sources as well as current sources. So while doing a superposition theorem derivation or superposition simplification, so if we are considering only one source, at that time other voltage sources are shorted. If any other sources of voltage consist, then we all shorted those particular voltage sources. If any current sources are there, we are going to open those current sources. So once again I'll repeat, the superposition theorem states that network containing two or more sources, the response of any element is equals to the individual sources acting together, individual sources, responses caused by the individual sources acting alone, while other sources are non-operating. So this will be affect all the individual sources. Other ideal voltage sources and current sources are replacing by short circuit as well as open circuits. So here this can be I'll explain with one simple example. First I'll explain with a graph. For example, this is a voltage source and this is a resistor, and here we are having a resistor, and here we are having a voltage current source, and this is a resistor. Let us take. So here this is a, for example, let us take this is a linear network and having a one voltage source and here one current source. So total two sources are there. Our statement tells us two or more sources in a network. Okay, so if we want to calculate, while first you are going to consider only the voltage source, at that time we need to eliminate this current source. So how we are going to eliminate this current source? By opening that one, by opening the current source, and there is no connection of a current source. Directly that circuit will become a voltage source, a resistor, and a resistor, and lastly another resistor. So here we are having a current source that will be eliminated, that individual sources are acting alone. Okay, so next, while considering current source here, we need to convert the voltage source. How we are going to convert the voltage source? By making it as a short circuit. So that short circuit and then resistor and again resistor and again resistor. Here we are having a current source and then a resistor. Here we replace the voltage source as a short circuit. So like this you have to replace, and you need to simplify whatever the current and voltage you are going to calculate. These individual values, the summation of these two individual values is equal to the these two sources are acting at a simultaneous time. So that I'll explain with one example. Here I'll take the circuit. Just calculate the current I2. Calculate the current passing through the 3 ohms resistor here. First I'll draw the circuit. This is a voltage source which is having a 20 volts value, and resistor, and here is a resistor, and then here is a current source. So this is a 20 volts, 5 ohms resistor, 3 ohms resistor, 10 ohm resistor, and then 5 amperes. Okay, so calculate the current across 3 ohms resistor. Current across 3 ohms resistor. So this is a problem. So we can approach in two ways. So first, whatever we know that we should do, we do it one, and then after that we are going to apply the superposition principle. So by seeing itself, what we can apply here? Here we are having a node. Let us take that value is V. So you can apply KVL or KCL. So while applying KVL, you observe this is one loop and this is another loop. While applying KVL here we are having a current source. Then application of KVL is complicated. Next KCL you go. So KCL, this is a nodal analysis. So here only we are having one node, and this is a reference node that we are not considering. So only one node, and simplifying of this entire network will be very easy. So apply KCL here. We need to calculate the current across the 3 ohms resistor. So while applying KCL here, KCL, how we are going to write? The voltage by resistor. V minus the algebraic sum of the currents at a particular node equals to 0. So at this particular node, what is the current here from this in this direction? Current in the form of V by R we are going to write. So what is V here? That is potential difference between these two nodes. So what is the potential difference? V minus 20. So V minus 20 by, what is the resistance value? That is 5. And here, what is this one? V minus 0 by 3 plus V minus V minus 0 by 3. Here current he already mentioned, that is 5 amps. This is entering, these two are leaving. So that we are going to equate that one, that is equals to 5. So V minus 20 by 5, V minus 20 by 5 plus V by 3 is equals to 5. So here you take common V, that is 1 by 5 plus 1 by 3. 20 by 5, that is 4. That send it outside, that is 5 plus 4, that will become. So then V value is, you are getting 16.875 volts. So this V value you are going to get, that is 16.875 here, 16.875. This is a value of V. So what about current across the 3 ohms resistor? Current across the 3 ohms resistor, I3 ohms is equals to V by R we need to write. So V by R. So what is the voltage across the 3 ohms resistor? That is 16.875. 16.875 by what is the R we need to calculate, that is 3. 875 by 3. So this is value is 5.625 amperes. So this is actual either KCL or KVL application. But here we need to calculate the current across the 3 ohms resistor by applying the superposition principle. How? That we'll see now. So same network I am going to draw again. So here, which is a 20 volts and a resistor, and here we are having a one more resistor, and then here a resistor and a current source. 20 volts, positive as well as negative. So 5 ohms, 3 ohms, 10 ohms and 5 amperes. So what is the superposition principle? At a time we need to consider only one source. At a time we need to consider one source. So while considering voltage source, so first I am going to consider the voltage source. So while considering voltage source, all current sources should be open. So that network will become, this is a network having a voltage source and a resistor, and here we are having another resistor, and here we are having a resistor. So here current source that will be opened. Opened means like this, that will be opened. So is there any connection of a resistor of 10 ohms? This circuit is not closed, so this will be open. So this 10 ohms resistor is also eliminated. Why? Because here current source is open, this network is opened. So that 10 ohms will be eliminated. So that entire network will become 5 ohms and 3 ohms resistor and 20 volts. So now we need to calculate what? Current across the, first you calculate that 20, due to the 20 volts voltage source, calculate that current, whatever the current in this particular loop. How we are going to calculate current I here? Current I is equals to total, actually simple network, that is having a voltage source with the resistors. Directly V by R we can write, that is 20 by R. R is nothing but 5 plus 3. So 5 plus 3, that is 20 by 8. So 20 by 8, that value is 2.5 amperes. This is the total current, whatever in the network. So but what we need to calculate? That current will be this, whatever the current in the particular loop, this I will be passes through the 3 ohms resistor also. And then let us take that current in the 3 ohms resistor, that will be same as the total current whatever in the network. So that 3 ohms resistor is 2.5 amperes. So while considering the voltage source. So while considering the current source, while considering of current source here. while considering the current source, what about the voltage sources? All voltage sources will become short. All voltage sources will become short circuit. So that entire network will become like this. So voltage source is shorted, and here we are having a resistor and resistor and again resistor, and here we are having a current source. So this is a network, and this is 10 ohms, and here 5 amperes and 3 ohms, 5 ohms. So we need to calculate what is the current across the 3 ohms resistor. Here current is 5 amperes passes through the 10 ohms resistor. Up to here that current is 5 amperes, right? Up to here current is 5 amperes. Here there is a node, then current will be divided in this direction and in this direction. We need to calculate the current across the 3 ohms resistor. Then we can apply current division principle here. Yes, so total current into whatever the opposite resistance by total resistance. What is the current division principle? Current division principle, that can be write it as like this. Current division principle, which is total current, whatever the total current into opposite resistance by total resistance. So what is the voltage division principle? Voltage division principle, that is nothing but total voltage into same resistance at what we are going to calculate the voltage, that resistance by total resistance. These are the formulae for current division and voltage division. So here you apply current division principle. So what is the current division principle? That is total voltage, total current into opposite resistance by total resistance. Here up to here the current is 5 amperes. Up to here current is 5 amperes. That 5 amperes current is dividing in 3 ohms as well as 5 ohms. We need to calculate current across 3 ohms resistor. So current across 3 ohms resistor is equals to, what is the total current? That is 5 ampere current into, we are calculating in 3 ohms. So what is the opposite resistance of 3 ohms? That is dividing in 5 ohms. So 5 ohms will become the opposite resistance. So 5 by total resistance. Total resistance are nothing but that total of 5 ohms plus 3 ohms. 5 plus 3. So what is this one? 25 by 8. That value will become 3.125 amperes. 3.125 amperes. So what is the total current in the 3 ohms resistor? The current passes through in the 3 ohms resistor while acting the voltage source. Current in the 3 ohms resistor while acting voltage source, that source is individually, plus current in the 3 ohms resistor while considering the current source. This is the resultant current passes through the 3 ohms resistor. So what is the value of current in the 3 ohms resistor while calculating the voltage source? That is 2.5 amperes here. That is 2.5 amperes. So 2.5 plus, so what is the I in 3 ohms resistor while calculating the current source? That is 3.125. So sources are acting individually. So what is the final resultant value? That is 5.625. 5.625 amperes. So this same value we are going to get while by applying KCL also. Okay, so same value, just we will observe now. This is total value, that is I3 ohms is equals to 5.625 by applying the superposition principle. By applying the superposition principle we get 5.625. So by applying KCL what you get? Just observe here. By applying KCL also we are going to get same value, that is 5.625. So like this we can apply the superposition principle. So here this is about the superposition principle. So we'll continue with another example of superposition principle. Find the voltage across. So find the voltage across. We need to calculate the voltage across a 2 ohms resistor. 2 ohms resistor using the superposition principle. Using superposition principle. So this is a circuit which is having a 10 volts voltage source, resistor, and then another resistor. So all are connected to ground. Here bottom side that is connected to ground, and here resistor, and this is a resistor. Okay, so this is 10 ohms, and this is 10 volts voltage source, and this is 20 ohms, 2 ohms, 3 ohms, 2 amperes, and here this is a 20 volts voltage source, and this is 5 ohms. So this is a network. We need to calculate voltage across 2 ohms resistor. So voltage across 2 ohms resistor means here we need to calculate the voltage across 2 ohms resistor. So acting individually. Why? Because here superposition principle he mentioned. So we need to calculate the individual voltage drop across the 2 ohms resistor. So first individual, while considering the 10 volts voltage source, while considering 10 volts, here current source will be open, voltage source will be short. Okay, first I am taking that one, that is calculation of voltage across the 2 volts by considering source 1. Source 1 means that is only 10 volts voltage source I am considering. So 10 volts voltage source. So nothing but 2 amperes current source will be opened, 20 volts voltage source will be shorted. So that network will become like this. So this is a 10 volts voltage source what we are going to consider, and here is a resistor, and here is a one more resistor, and here is a resistor. Here you observe this will be opened, this 2 amps current source will be opened. Is 3 ohms is connected? No. So that will lying singly. So that we are not considering. And then 5 ohms. This 20 volts will be shorted here. So that will be connected like this. That network will become like this. So here I am going to represent that eliminated parts. Here is a resistor, and here is a current source is opened. So this entire resistor will be not connected, and here 20 volts voltage source we shorted. So this resistor is connected here. Okay, so this value is 10 ohms, this value is 2 ohms, 20 ohms, and 5 ohms, and here this is a 10 volts. Okay, so we need to consider the current source, whatever the voltage across a 2 ohms resistor. So which is very simple by applying the nodal analysis here. So just you apply nodal analysis, that is V minus 10 by 10 plus V by 20. Here V minus 0 by, these two resistors are connected in series. Directly we can write V minus 0 by 2 plus 5, that is 7, is equals to 0. So just you simplify this one, that is V into 0.1 plus 0.05 plus 0.143. By simplifying this one, V is equals to 3.41 volts you are going to get. This V value is 3.41 volts. But we need to calculate what? Voltage across the 2 ohms resistor. So 2 ohms resistor means this is like this. Voltage here, that is V 3.41 volts, that is connected to the 2 ohms resistor, and that is connected to the 5 ohms resistor. 2 ohms and 5 ohms. So I am representing like this voltage as a 3.41. Like this I am going to represent. So which is like a voltage division principle. So what is meant by voltage division principle? While calculating the voltage across the resistor, that total voltage whatever we connected into that same resistor whatever we are going to calculate by total resistance. So what is the total voltage here? That is 3.41 into, in which resistor we are going to calculate voltage? In 2 ohms resistor. So 2 by total resistor. So total resistor is 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5. So that is the value voltage across the 2 ohms resistor. So that value we are going to get 0.97 volts by considering the first voltage source that is 10 volts. So next you consider the current source. Current source means remaining voltage sources are opened. So remaining voltage sources are opened. Then that network will become like this. A resistor, and here is a resistor. So nothing but here I am going to draw again. Here we are having a voltage source, right? So voltage source will be shorted, and here resistor, and here resistor, and we are having a 2 ohms resistor here. Just we are considering the current source. So current source, keep it as it is, and then here another voltage source is shorted. So here we are having a voltage source. Here we are having one voltage source. So here we are having a voltage source, we shorted that one, and here also we are having another voltage source, we shorted that one. Just make the values here. Just mention the values. That is 10 ohms and this is 20 ohms. And this is 2 ohms and this is 3 ohms and this is 5 ohms. So we need to calculate this one. We need to calculate the voltage across the 2 ohms resistor. Okay, so voltage across the 2 ohms resistor, how we are going to calculate? Here these two, how these two are? These two are, one end is connected here and another end of resistors are also connected together. So these two resistors are in parallel. So parallel these are connected, nothing but 10 into 20 by 10 plus 20 we are going to get. So I am simplifying this network like this. These two are in parallel. So these two are in parallel means that equivalent resistance will be 10 into 20 by 10 plus 20. That means 200 by 30. What is that value? 3 ones are 3, 6 the 18, and then again 2, 6.66. Okay, so that resistor I am going to replace here. These two resistors are in parallel, that equivalent value is 6.66, and then here that value is 2 and this is connected to 3 ohms, and here what is the current value? Current value is 2 amperes. So 2 amperes, and then here that is a 5 ohms. So this is 2 ohms and this is 6.66. This is 3 ohms and this is 5 ohms. Again this network will be reduced. These two, how these two are connected? These two are connected in series. Series nothing but we need to add these two values. So that will be replaced in a single resistor, that is 6.66 plus 2, that is 8.66. And here I am going to connect a resistor and 2 amperes current source. And here we are having another current source, 5 ohms, and this is 3 ohms. So now we need to calculate. So how we are going to calculate? Here what is the current? Current from here I am going to get 2 amperes. That current will be divided in these two directions, in this direction as well as in this direction. We need to calculate current across this one. So current across this one, 2 ohms, nothing but current across in this direction we need to calculate. So nothing but we can apply current division principle here. So what is the current division principle? Total current into, so total current into, that is I am going to calculate current across 2 ohms resistor. So current across 2 ohms resistor is nothing but, current across 2 ohms resistor is nothing but current across 8.66 ohms resistor. Current across 8.66 ohms resistor, that is equals to, I am applying the current division principle. What is the total current here? That is 2 amperes. 2 into, what is that one? Opposite resistance by total resistance. What is the opposite resistance? In the direction of 5 ohms, that is dividing. So 5 by total resistance, that is 8.66 plus 5. So total current into opposite resistance by total resistance, that is a current across in this direction is nothing but that current passes through the 2 ohms resistor as well as 6.6. Okay, same current is passing in that way. So that value, that is 0.73 amperes. Then you know the current. What is the current here? That is 0.73 amperes. Then we need to calculate voltage across 2 ohms resistor. Yes. So what is voltage across 2 ohms resistor? Current into resistor. What is the current value? Current value is 0.73 amperes into what is the resistance? That is 2. Then that value is 1.46 volts. Okay. So this is another value by the second source. So what is the first value you got? That is, while considering the 10 volts voltage source, you got voltage across 2 ohms is 0.97. So remaining is that we need to consider the third voltage source, which is very simple. Fastly I can explain. So while considering the third voltage source, remaining all sources are one source, voltage source is shorted and another source is opened. Okay, so here one voltage source is shorted and here we are having a 10 ohms resistor and here we are having a 20 volts resistor and here we are having 2 ohms resistor and then 5 ohms and here we are going to consider the third voltage source. Okay, so here I'll represent whatever the eliminated circuit. Here one resistor is connected, here current source is opened, so we are neglecting this resistor also. Here voltage source is shorted. Okay, so I mentioned the values, that is 10 ohms and here 20 ohms and this is 2 ohms and this is 5 ohms and this is 20 volts. So here same thing, same principle you can apply here. So what is that one? Just apply current, that is KCL here. So V, what is the current? Current division, KCL. V minus 0 by 10. Here is a 0 volts. So V minus 0 by 10, that is nothing but V by 10 plus V minus 0 by 20, that is V by 20. Here V minus 20, these two are connected in series. So V minus 20 by 7. V minus 20 by 7 is equals to 0. So you simplify this one, that is V is equals to, you are going to get 9.76 volts. So here you got this one you got 9.76 volts. 9.76 volts. So how you calculate V 2 ohms resistor? This voltage is 9.76, here that is connected to 20 volts. How to write? V minus 20 by 7. Okay, nothing but we are going to calculate the voltage division principle, that connected like this. Let us take this is a circuit, 5 ohms and this is 20 volts and this is 2 ohms and this is 9.76 or whatever this be. So this entire is a voltage source, that we can write it as V minus 20. V value we can substitute 9.76 and then we need to calculate the voltage across 2 ohms. These two are connected in series. Total voltage into whatever you are going to calculate, that is 2 by total resistance, that I am going to write here. V minus 20 is a total voltage into whatever the resistance you are going to calculate, that is 2 by total resistance, that is 2 plus 5. So V minus 20, V value, what is that V value? That is 9.76 minus 20 into 2 by 7. So that value you are going to get minus 2.92 volts. So what is the voltage across the 2 ohms resistor? Total. So total voltage across 2 ohms resistor is voltage while you are considering 10 volts voltage source and voltage while you are considering 2 amperes current source and voltage in a 2 ohms resistor while you are considering 20 volts voltage source. So what value you got while considering 10 volts voltage source? Voltage across the 2 ohms resistor is, that is 0.97 volts. And voltage across 2 ohms resistor while considering 2 amps, that is 1.46 volts. And then this voltage across 2 ohms resistor while considering 20 volts, that is minus 2.92 volts. That resultant value will become minus 3.41 volt. Okay, So this is the way you are going to calculate the superposition principle.